of walking gently on the earth. Thich Nhat Hanh says, the miracle is not to walk on water, but to walk gently on the earth. When I was thinking about this phrase, walking gently on the earth, I wanted to begin by saying that in some ways it is metaphorical, because it can apply to us whether we can walk on our own two legs, or whether we use crutches or a cane or a walker or in a rolling chair. As with any spiritual practice, all that walking gently on the earth requires is that we simply begin. We don't have to know all the right techniques. We don't have to be trained by any spiritual master or guru. We only have to begin. With this particular practice, we begin by placing one foot slowly in front of the other with awareness. Now, lest you think that this is simple or easy, when you leave here after the worship service tonight, I invite you to try that, to try slowly placing one foot after the other, holding one foot down and balancing on it before you bring the other foot forward. It will be more difficult than you think. The spiritual practice of walking gently on the earth begins as we become aware and present, not so much to where we have been or to where we are going, but to where we are in the moment. If you're beginning to hear this same theme emerge Sunday after Sunday about being fully present, you're beginning to get it. So what's the purpose of this discipline of walking gently on the earth? The truth is that I don't have a clue what its purpose will be for you. What I do know is that all the great spiritual teachers from every religious tradition modeled this for us in their lives. Think about it. Gandhi could have gotten all of his followers aboard a train to make his great march to the sea, but instead they walked. Jesus could have talked someone into giving him a horse or an ox-drawn carriage, but even he walked, except for that one entry into Jerusalem. I don't know for sure, but I imagine the writer of today's psalm must have had some experience with walking gently on the earth. See what you think as we listen together for a word from God as it is recorded in the 19th Psalm, verses 1 through 4. The heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims God's handiwork. Day to day the sun pours forth speech, and night to night the moon declares knowledge. And yet there is no speech, nor are there words. Their voice is not heard, yet their voice goes out through all the earth, and their words to the ends of the earth. Thanks be to God for this word. The heavens are telling the glory of God. Can you remember the first time you were completely blown away by something in nature? Perhaps you were in such awe of what you saw or heard or felt that you didn't even have words that were adequate to express it. Nonetheless, you knew that this was one of those aha moments that you would not forget. Perhaps you even sense that this might be a spiritual or mystical experience. Wish we had time for each of you to share the details of such experiences in your lives. But someone out there, maybe two of you, can you think about a moment when you were blown away by nature and share it with us? Anybody? Nancy.
Susie, being in a place called Big Sky, Montana, and it was nighttime, and I looked up, and you could see every distinct galaxies, and I thought, perfect name for the place, and I just remember feeling that nobody was there but me, and this was all for me, just this whole sky and galaxies and stars.
Powerful. John.
Two times. One parallels hers. Driving to El Paso to see my great aunt and uncle, and pulled over in the Davis Mountains out in Far West Texas just to take a rest. Stepped out of the car and saw the Milky Way in a way that I've never seen before, since because the air was so clear, there was no competing light source. And it was just absolutely awe of my God's majesty. Another one that I can think of was the first time I encountered Crater Lake Glory. It's just an incredible experience. It's just an incredible mental formation.
The heavens are telling the glory of God. I know all of us could think back to our own aha experiences. The first such experience that I consciously remember has had a lasting effect on me, so lasting that I can still remember the day and the hour that it happened. The interesting thing is that for me it wasn't even outside. It was the year 1968.